Excuse me. What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, and this is What the Fuck News. We are your number one source in news of the what the fuckery nature. I'm Glick. Blaze was in the building.
I'm here.
Blaze is still filling in for the recovering Connor. Jeff's MIA. Apparently, he doesn't know how to pay his bills and forgot to pay his electricity bill. Bitch off. So we have Cam in the building.
What's up?
Hanging out with us. He might be coming around and becoming a more regular face on Wednesday nights. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
Always a countdown.
What's that?
Oh, I was replying to Brian. Oh, great, a countdown. Smack my head.
Anywho, we are part of the Nonsensical Network, or brought to you by Nonsensical Network, whatever you want to say. If you're not already, go ahead and check out the socials: Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. We do shows live Monday through Wednesday, Sunday through Monday, Monday through Sunday, whatever. Holy shit! On YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. You can also listen to us anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at. All at the Nonsensical Network, or simply go to bio.link/nonsensical nonsense. It'll be scrolling here momentarily. Right down there at the bottom of your screen, you'll see it scrolling all night. Bio.link/nonsensical network. All those links are going to be there. You can give us a follow, give us a listen, and if you'd be so kind, give us a share. We greatly appreciate that. What's going on, Brian? What's up with you, buddy? Looking over here and seeing Brian sending me political stuff that I'll have to listen to off the air.
Ooh, political porn. I love it.
Yeah, political stuff. Politics.
I love me some politics.
I mean, I know like it's the Olympics or the presidential race. And I don't care about either one of them.
There's a reason I'm not pointing at my wall. You're no politics fool.
Yeah. No politics. Save that gift for me.
Yeah. Save that for the
Hey, I got a flag with Kamala on it, okay?
Is it a Russian flag?
Why do people put faces on flags? It's so weird.
I mean, I've got a lot of flags hanging around my room, but they're not like American flags. Like I've got a Cleveland Browns flag. I've got a Michigan flag. I got a Do Not Tread on Me. There's a House Divided flag back there. There's another Cleveland Browns flag flying on my patio, on my fence. I do not have a single American flag in my house.
I hope my dad doesn't see this live and he really thinks I have a Kamala flag in my room.
You know,
he's going to come 4 hours and kill me.
I think I have a South Carolina flag in my living room.
There's a flag for every occasion.
I want to get a Nonsensical Network flag.
You don't have one yet?
That'd be cool.
I don't have anything. I have a hat.
Dope, bro.
I need to get shirts made before the end of the month, and apparently, I'm gonna have to do something because. Oh, real quick before we get into the news, coming up Labor Day weekend, Saturday and Sunday, up in Northeast Ohio. Saturday will be at the 5-4 Distilleries, and Sunday will be at the Iron Horse Saloon. I'll be hanging out doing some stuff with doing some MC stage announcements and warm up the crowd, something. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to have a microphone and I'm just going to be talking.
Crowd.
For Southern Outlaws band, they're doing a couple gigs. I know one is for disabled veterans. So that's going to be really cool to be able to take part in that. And then the very next weekend, I believe it is, the show will be, but I'll be the only one there, will be at Buckeye Axe Throwing here in town for National Beard Day. They're going to be doing a beard competition, and their 1-year anniversary. So I'll be doing the show live from there. She'll be, got a couple events where I'll be out and about and doing things and taking the show with me. I will be taking the show to the concert with me because I'll be busy that night and I won't be able to sit down and do the show. But I'm going to try to pop in between things and I'll have Nikki do some videos and stuff like that for me. But I will be busy that Saturday night. So guys, if you're in the Northeast Ohio area, head on up to Newton Falls. I believe it's in Newton Falls. I can't remember the other town, but I know it's Iron Horse Saloon and 5-4's Distillery. Head on up and check out a couple amazing musicians, a couple amazing music acts. And then September 7th, if you're in the Central Ohio area, if you're in the Newark area, come on out to Buckeye Battle Axe. We're going to be doing a beard competition. They're going to have some, I think they're going to try to do something with some specialty beers for Beer Day. And then we're also going to be celebrating their 1-year anniversary. And I will be there live in person doing the show. So you guys can come up and hang out. But I would like to get me some swag to wear. I'd like to get for Glick's House of Music and Nonsensical Nonsense. To see if I can swing that and make that happen here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, dude, you might be able to get something made on Amazon custom for in a week or so.
I could probably go to one of the local print shops in the area and have something made within a day or two. Yeah. To be honest with you. But I was thinking about doing my Glick's House of Music logo on the front and then across the back do Nonsensical Network. Something across my shoulders or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. I have more weeks to do that. So, but anywho, lots of things happening, man. Lots of things happening. I just did a really good interview last night with Darren Honan. He was awesome. We wound up going an extra hour over because we were just chit-chatting and conversating. He wants to do some more stuff with the network. He wants to come on your show, Blaze.
Hell yes.
And I think he'll be fun on there because he's just got a good vibe about him and likes to hang out and have fun. And then he wants to be a guest on Cash's wrestling show and talk some wrestling with Cash.
Some wrestling.
Yeah, he unveiled a secret about himself, and that's the fact that he's a huge wrestling fan, and a lot of people don't know that. He's like, I want to come on your son's show. I watched it. It was really cute seeing you guys do that together. He's like, I want to be a part of that sometime. Hell yeah, man. Come on.
I am. There it is. There it is. I'm trying to see how far that axe throwing place is from me. Wow, that's 4.5 hour drive. Woo.
That's not too bad of a drive.
No, it's not.
We can crash on the couch, or we can kick Nikki out of the bed and we can cuddle.
We can cuddle. Oh shit, gas is so much cheaper up there too. Oh fuck.
Yeah, I've never done it before.
And here's some what the fuck news. Fucking breaking coming out of Ohio. Legal weed sales. It's a thing now. Go get your toke on if you're
get your toke on, stoners. It is official as of yesterday. Legal weed is legalized recreationally, so everybody should be happy. And as one gentleman said when they interviewed him, I'm the first person to buy legal weed in Ohio, and I'm gonna go home and sit on my porch and smoke it because there's nothing anybody can do about it. I don't know if he was actually the first person in all of Ohio or if he was just the first person in his area. I'm envisioning the weed stores. Remember back in the day, and Cam, I might be too young for this. Remember back in the day, at music stores or waiting for concert tickets or something, you would people or would camp out outside of a ticket venue or a music, a new artist was getting ready to drop a brand new album, and they would be camped out, lined up along the side, all the way down the sidewalk. I can only imagine that's what it was like around these weed shops. Everybody was, all the stoners were just.
Yes, I have seen that. Yes, at weed shops on the West Coast, absolutely, It does happen. You said you wonder if he was the first one. Do you think the state called ahead to all the other dispensaries and they said, okay, everybody stay closed for just 15 extra minutes because we're going to have this one that's going to make the first sell. So we can report it accurately.
I'll tell you what, that was probably the happiest group of people if they were just like camped out along the building. I bet there wasn't a single problem. Everybody was probably already baked when they got there, sharing munchie.
Oh man,
I've never come across an angry stoner.
Wait until 420 pops off there, dude. The first 420 in all like legal states, it's usually a celebration, and I'm definitely going to be up there for that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
Brian, maybe we could do a live show then.
Hey, I'd be down.
That'd be cool.
I'd be down for it. I mean, I don't partake in that stuff, but I'd 100% be down for it. Brian said, blaze it, pun intended, blaze it up the economy.
Yes.
Yes, the return of the OTC. That was a good pay-per-view. But any hooey. Shall we jump into a couple news stories?
Yeah, absolutely.
We got the new guy in the building. Should we put in Johnny on the spot?
Yes, y'all fuckers did that to me last week. Absolutely.
I've been in a hot seat. It's okay. So
Cameron, what do you got for us? And what do you got for us in some what the fuck news? Make us say what the fuck, Cameron.
It's not really what the fuck, but I thought it was kind of interesting. So in England, it was on July 29th. There was a wedding owl. Have y'all heard of the concept?
A what?
No, I haven't.
A wedding owl? It's a ring bearer, and it's a pet owl, and they hire an owl handler, and they come in instead of like a ring bearer. It's an owl that flies across the room with the ring.
Oh, that's what I want, a giant predatorial bird to carry my
So this couple in England hired the owl and the handler, and he flew away with the rings and hid for 7 hours and perched up to a tree and was hissing at people, and they had to get him down with chicken.
Oh my god.
The owl's up there. I refuse to allow this wedding to happen.
Yeah, if anybody objects to this wedding, please stand up now. The owl is like, nope, not today. or was it an elaborate scheme by the handler to steal their wedding rings?
Ooh, you think the owl handler was having an affair with the bride to be? Ooh, or the groom to be?
Yeah, maybe,
yeah.
Anyway, not really what the fuck worthy, but I thought it was interesting. It was like, okay, that's odd. But what was really odd, about 2 weeks ago, there was a man in Vietnam that went to the ER with abdominal pains, and what he failed to tell the ER was that he had shoved a live eel up his anus.
Ooh, I love butt stuff news.
But what makes it even worse is that when they went to go remove the eel, he had shoved a lime into his anus after, so the eel wouldn't come out.
A lime?
Yes, a large lime. But the eel, instead of going out that way, because he tried to go out, but the lime was there, he ate his way into his abdomen, and the guy almost died, but he lived.
Yeah, was the eel still alive when they pulled it out?
Yes, because they said that they can live in those type of basically any environment for a very long time.
I think some eels can actually come up on land and breathe oxygen as well.
I'm just trying to figure out why you fucking put the roadblock up. I mean, was there no thought process there? Okay, I'm gonna stick an eel at my ass, and just in case he wants to fight out, I'm gonna block him in with his lime. But when it is, wait a second, I blocked. Oh fuck.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, was it a form of like sexual pleasure, or was he like?
Yes.
Is
So
this a
that
new? Is
was
this, is
determined
this a
why
new
he
way to?
shoves
Yeah,
objects.
or is this like a new way to unalive yourself in
Sorry,
Vietnam?
sorry, doctor. I slipped and fell
No,
on
it said
onto
he's
my
put like
aquarium.
controllers and remotes and like anal, like actual like toys, and shoved them all the way into his anus, and he's had to have them removed before.
I mean, at least he's using toys up until that point. But I mean, what do you reach?
Or
I just
remote?
don't
Can you
understand the
imagine
concept.
like
You hear
somebody
me?
using the remote that you had removed from your anus? Like, hey man, don't touch that remote. Ah, too late.
No, that
That
shit
was in
goes
my
in the
anus last
trash.
week.
That shit goes in the trash, and the story never spoke of.
Where's where's the television remote? You're probably going to put gloves on for before you touch that. Wow, I shoved it up my ass.
How come the mute? How come the mute button doesn't work on this thing? There's some blockage there. Hold. Oh, God! It's a piece of cord. Man.
Why is there corn on your remote? Welcome to What the Fuck News, John. Garden, yeah, just like random household items. This looks like it could be fun today. Shove this up my ass.
I think I shared the mango story one Saturday night to you guys.
Mangoes?
There was a gentleman. When I was stationed in Northern California. There was a gentleman TDY there that got a mango stuck in his ass. Definitely not a starter fruit, but it was definitely a finishing fruit. But
that's
yeah.
The mango is not supposed to go into that. It's supposed to come out of that hole, not go into the hole.
Yeah, I think that's when I developed my unhealthy relationship with butt stuff news. I don't know. I hear butt stuff news. I'm like, it just makes me think of mango.
Hey, the next thing he needs to try is a pineapple.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch. Oh, which part goes in first, the stem or the bottom?
You would think you would do the bottom first. That way you would have the leafy part to grab a hold of and pull out.
Yeah, there's some logistics there, buddies. I don't know.
Well, that was like a couple of years ago. We were used to do news stories. Did a story about a guy. I think he was in England, and he shoved a World War II shell up his ass, artillery shell or something like that. But it was like 10, 12 inches in diameter and like 14 inches long, and it got stuck. Well, when he went to the hospital, he tried telling them that he was doing work in the garage, and he slipped and fell off the ladder and landed on it, and it got stuck in his ass.
I remember that night.
Are you doing garage work naked?
To answer John, the news topic was a gentleman had got an eel stuck in his ass and then a lime afterwards. Like he blocked it in with a lime, and apparently the eel started to eat away at his abdomen in order to escape. That's where we got off on putting other random objects up our buttholes. Because apparently there is a website. I forgot. I'm gonna have to look this up. But it lists a bunch of stories, of doctors, telling stories of, or not just doctors, but like the nurses. Granted, patient names aren't given out, but stories of of anal escapades and shit. So I mean, it's a thing.
Yeah, they have. There's one that actually shows X-rays of stuff that people have inserted into their anus, if you would like to say.
Oh, that I heard those fruits stink like.
But yeah, I mean, like I've seen and read stories about people putting light bulbs up their ass. It's like, how do you? You know what? That's a magical work of art, in my opinion. I don't know how you shove a light bulb up your ass without breaking it, and then you manage to go to the hospital and everything else, and it doesn't shatter inside.
Yeah, we're way beyond the hold my beer point after that. I'm sorry. Yeah.
I can guarantee you we will never be together, and I'll be like, "Hey, Blaze, hold my beer. I want to show you a magic trick."
You used to watch this light bulb disappear.
I can make this light bulb disappear.
It's a big, long, cylindrical one. He's like, "Oh."
Back wrapped in barbed wire.
Ow, what the fuck? Ow.
As I said about the PETA stories, just because there's a hole does not mean you have to put stuff in it.
This is true.
You don't have to put things in your holes. And it's always the Asian people, man. It's always, the stories are always like out of Vietnam or one of those weird countries out there that nobody can pronounce the name of. That they're always shoving, or India. In India too.
I think a lot of them are fucking from America too, man. There's a lot of weirdos here. A lot of them come out from Florida too. The Florida man shoves XYZ up his butthole.
Yeah. Well, that's Florida. We've come to expect that from Florida. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Florida man.
Any story that starts with Florida man or Florida woman, it's like, well, we've come to expect this. Whatever the next line is after Florida man is, it must be Tuesday.
It usually involves some man like trying to fight an alligator in Florida.
Some kinks have it stinks though.
Yeah, well, you know what? I guess if being kinky means I have to shove stuff that doesn't belong up my ass, or shove things that don't belong in my pecker hole, I'm going to be just regular old vanilla glick for the rest of my life.
Anywho.
Yeah, there's some weirder shit out there than furries, man.
I'm not judging furries. I mean, be weird. Whatever makes you happy. If you're not hurting anybody and you're not hurting yourself, whatever makes you happy. But I can still think it's weird. If you want to dress up like a giant freaking Dalmatian and hump another giant Dalmatian, then whatever floats your boat. Yeah.
Brian, we don't kink shame, buddy. We don't kink shame.
I'm gonna give you a Wookiee pegging. I ain't a fucking Wookiee, you racist son of a bitch.
Look, what do you have for us?
You're not gonna squat shame me. Oh no! See, that's the great thing about being the host.
I have to go next.
You can switch it up.
I always bring A game material.
So,
although Blaze did do a pretty good job last week with the Jeff's like, I'll fuck it. Jesus Christ, the robot Jeff.
well, then in that case, today's one of my news topic is that a wet noodle in your pants, or are you just too cheap to eat me? All right, so this is coming out of UPI.com. It's about Korean Air. On their economy class, they finally come to the conclusion. You would think this was a no-brainer to restrict ramen noodles in the economy class because they were too hot and there was a lot of burning complaints. But apparently, because their airplanes are so, remember back in the day when you get on a Greyhound bus, you're shoved in there like a sardine. Well, our economy class on our airplanes have become that now. So we're just flying in sardine cans. So everybody is so packed in there that they're no longer serving ramen noodles. However, first class and business class, they don't get their ramen noodles because there's no burning thread up there. It's just really weird. So, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Back on the furries. But yes, so because too many people were burning themselves, they finally, which you would think this was a no-brainer not to serve a hot boiling soup of water on a turbulent aircraft, because moving vehicles through turbulence. So
yeah. And that's one of the other reasons why I say, what's going on, Arliss? Ramen noodles are terrible.
Oh, absolutely. They're cheap. And that was it. You're already on economy class and they're taking your cheap food away because it's just mind-boggling situation that Ramen Noodle has pointed out to me.
And that's the other thing. Who thought like you said, who thought this was a good idea? Let's
Well, you think the world would have learned from McDonald's mistake about hot coffee and old people. So
I honestly cannot wait until I become the king of the world and I'm allowed to remove warning labels and we just let Darwinism take over.
I'm over here watching Kill Cam kill his cam.
Yeah.
It's not working, man. It doesn't want to stand up.
Hey, Cloverfield, take a break.
I'm trying to make it stand.
So you guys are aware of the story back in 2014 where some random bear cub showed up in Central Park in New York. He was hit by a car, but it wasn't hit there, but it was hit somewhere else. But it was dropped in Central Park, left next to a bicycle. Well, apparently, Mr. Brainworms himself came out yesterday, and admitted to being the one that in 2014, this was his. We're talking about RFK here, so Mr. Brainworms.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me Kennedy was involved in a car accident?
So apparently, earlier that day in 2014, he was driving to go falconing. I don't know what falconing is. I think it's like where you play with the falcon and he lands on your arm and he flies away. And anyway, rich people.
I'm almost afraid to Google this, to be honest with you.
And so, but on his way to falconing, he says he hit a bear cub and killed it. So, no, I'm sorry. Somebody in front of him hit it and killed it. And so he thought he would go ahead and collect it and eat it later because it's legal in New York to pick up roadkill, which I'm starting to think is where his worms probably came from, was his roadkill diet.
Yeah.
So, but he admitted to, and then after that, he left it. He got busy that day. He had to go to some interview, or he had to end up going flying somewhere. But he never got a chance to take it home and dress it. After you get done hunting,
Yeah.
Brian could tell us all about that, how to dress an animal after hunting. Anyway, so he left some sort of get together with friends, and apparently he was convinced that because he has to go catch a flight, he doesn't have time to run home and do that chopping it up. So instead, he drives by and he throws it, or he dumps it in Central Park and purposely sets it up with the bike just because he thought it would be funny.
What the fuck is wrong with the Kennedy
family? So that guy just keeps getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Yes, can't get it up.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things. If you are a part of the Kennedy clan and you've survived and reached adulthood, staying out of the public eye is probably in your best interest.
Agreed.
They don't have the greatest track record when it comes to anything when it's a Kennedy.
Well, look at RFK. He's riddled with brain worms, mercury poisoning, and apparently the cover-up of a hit and run on a bear cub. So, yeah.
What are and that's something I don't understand what brain worms are. I don't understand. Like I heard
I don't understand why you would even announce that, knowing you're running
So
for president.
he didn't really have a brain worm. That fucker's just stupid. But he came out and said he had brain worms. Didn't happen. Just like his mercury poison. He said he ate too much tuna and he gave him mercury poison. Didn't happen. He's just a weirdo.
What up, Jeeves? I was just saying, is that even a thing? If you eat too much tuna, you can get mercury poisoning.
Fish does contain mercury, and sometimes it's way too much. But the point at which he was talking about was just outrageously stupid. So
His wife probably had an infection, and the fish just, showed up as a mercury.
I'm gonna get me a mercury and drive it all around.
Hey, geez, how's it going, man?
Gotta love our politicians.
Mm.
The world.
So we can only talk politics when we're making fun of them. I like it.
Well, no.
like
now there was no political talk about him.
I
was just
know.
talking about him, and a story he shared in connection to a bear stage hit and run from like a decade ago.
Yeah, like 10 years. Some stories you don't share. I've been telling Jeff that for years. Just some things you don't have to tell everybody at the end of the day. No. You don't have to tell everybody everything at the end of the day.
I'm just well. So he said that because he was questioning. He's like, kind of like, why were you going to grab the bear to eat it? I mean, aren't you like rich? And he was like, the redneck in him came out or some stupid shit like that.
Hey man, if the meat's not damaged, that's good eating right there. So,
I guess so.
I know growing up back home, I mean, if somebody hit a deer, it wasn't uncommon for the sheriff's deputy to call one of the known hunters, and we'd go out and be like, oh, well, yeah, we can save it, whatever, do whatever with it. And if it was a fresh hit, not like they're calling them 3 days after the fact and it's been out in the July heat for 3 days and it's all bloated and everything like that. But a fresh hit, the deputy would
Kennedy
call
would do that.
Yeah.
Ask him what
would call one of the.
Jeeves, ask him what a black job is. Okay, I'm not getting political. Stop it, Josh. Stop it.
Tell Vicky I said hi. Yeah, and then we'd go out there, and if it was salvageable, if it wasn't too damaged, then yeah, they would take it back and field dress it and do what they needed to do and process the meat out and be like, hey, and you don't have to claim it, so it doesn't go against your tax for the season. So so I have no problem people doing that because I remember stories like in the state of Virginia, it wasn't legal to hit your roadkill, but it was legal for the person behind you. So my father and his brothers would follow each other. But the thing is, RFK fucking picks his cub up early in the day, sits in the back of his SUV all day long. Yeah, I was gonna say
all day long.
Yeah, that's a different story than getting a call from and I grew up in Podunk, middle of nowhere, so we do a lot of the shit. And we didn't have a local police department where I grew up at. The only police that came out, and we knew pretty much the entire sheriff's department. So, they knew who were hunters and who wasn't hunters. Hell, I can't tell you how many times we were sitting at my buddy's house fucking off, and here come a deputy into the driveway. Hey, somebody hit a deer down the road. You guys want to come check it out? We jump in his dad's truck with him and drive down, and his dad would be like, yeah, we'll take it back. And take it back to the house, and that, right then and there, do what we need to do with it. Yeah. You're not picking up roadkill and throwing it in the back of the truck and be like, I'm going to save that for later. In case I get hungry.
Yeah, it's not a meat locker. It's a fucking car sitting outside with the sun beating down on the window. This shit, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah. What the
right?
fuck is that?
That right there, that shit was rank as fuck. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah. Like I said, you're not just throwing a dead dude. You know, like you're gonna be driving down the road and be like, let me pull out my Bowie knife here and cut a slice off and as I drive down the road.
No, maybe if we're going through an actual zombie apocalypse, but no.
Well, yeah, I had a different story, but again, you still want to get it field dressed and processed as quick as you possibly can. You don't want to.
Oh no, I'm talking about like later that day type shit. Like, well, we can't get to it right now because there's a horde of zombies, but we'll save it for later. I'm okay in that situation, but if I'm driving down New York because I'm a rich guy going falconing.
Like I said, brainworms will make you do crazy things.
This is true.
As the great Rick James once said, cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah, that'll develop brain rot if you do too much, right, kids?
Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs.
We can talk drugs, but we can't do drugs anymore. Damn it, Deadpool.
Don't let me forget. I have something I want to say about that movie when we come back. We're gonna take a real quick break, and I have something I want to say. Oh, the Karens are out, buddy. Oh my God, the Karens are out.
Oh no!
We're gonna take a real quick break. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Got a little song here from my guest last night, Darren O'Hannon, and his boy Ty March. It's called "Throw 'Em Back." We'll be back here in just a few minutes. Oh, wait a minute. Let me try that again.
Back in the back, 4 yellow boys here cutting shit up. Tearing up a cornfield with this Tennessee in my cup. Trucks like way up, cold 45 miles step. All night, all day, get a little carried away. Girls drinking red wine with this cheap shit out that back. Backwoods in the backwoods, round a bonfire chasing down Jack. About to throw it on back, on back. About to throw it on back, on back.
And still sing if you didn't know. I ride down them dirt roads, tipping that jack real slow, tearing dirt up in the fields, jacked up truck mud cover wheels, 45 popping steel. You know the deal. You know the deal. I've been crossing them county lines, blowing all them stop signs, trying to find my peace of mind. Talk shit, get hit, little boy, big bitch. Don't be the next on my hit list. You'll be the first, get checked quick.
Back in the back, 4 yellow boys here cutting shit up. Tearing up a cornfield with this Tennessee in my cup. Trucks like way up, cold 45 miles step. All night, all day, get a little carried away. Girls drinking red wine with this cheap shit out that back. Backwoods in the backwoods, round a bonfire chasing down Jack. About to throw it on back, on back. About to throw it on back, on back. Came out here to raise some hell, cranking up them JBLs, Pantera Cowboys from hell, clear mix and our bar blast from Taco Bell. Shorty fan of black eye, she rocked that good girl well, giving us a good story to tell. Posted on the gram, comments all like wild nights, wild times, wild side. We been tearing it up in the south side, cracked them cans of bush light, shotgun to the face, hit just right. Shotgun in the truck bed, damn right. Back in the back, 4 yellow boys here cutting shit up. Tearing up a cornfield with this Tennessee in my cup. Trucks like way up, cold 45 miles step. All night, all day, get a little carried away. Girls drinking red wine with this cheap shit out that back. Backwoods in the backwoods, round a bonfire chasing down Jack. About to throw it on back, on back. About to throw it on back, on back.
Hey, welcome back to What the Fuck News, everybody. Well, you know me, I'm Glick. Blaze is here, Cam is here. Jeff forgot to pay his electric bill, so he is not here. even though I'm not quite sure what the electric has to do with the internet, but nonetheless. So we're going to keep doing what we do. Go ahead and check us out on all the social medias, the Nonsensical Network. Go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. All them links is there. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Give us a there if you'd be so kind. We greatly appreciate that. Right before we went to break, I said I was going to touch on one thing real quick about Deadpool. The Karens are coming out. And I seen a little YouTube reel or a YouTube short because I couldn't be bothered with going and watching the entire video. And this lady took her kids to see Deadpool 3 because they wanted to go see it. And she was like, oh my God, Deadpool 3 ruined my kids. Ever since we've gotten home, they've been swearing and blah, blah, blah. Now they're trying to kill each other because they think that there's multi-dimensions and multiverses and everything else. And she wants to boycott Deadpool. I think we should boycott her parenting rights and take her fucking kids away from her. If you can't teach your kids the difference, if you can't teach your kids the difference between reality and movies at the end of the day. I don't know what the hell that was all about. Yeah, like that was the thing. None of the Deadpool movies have been, they're rated R.
Hold on, what did I miss?
This Karen, there was a YouTube short that I seen, and she basically said that Deadpool 3 ruined her kids, and they're running around like a bunch of little fucking assholes, and they're also trying to kill each other, literally kill each other now because they think that there's multi-dimensions and multiverses and that there's different variants and different versions of themselves.
This is all probably coming from a person that believes in a heaven and hell, like alternate dimensions and shit. Like, and
I didn't want to come out and call her a crazy Christian lunatic, but yeah.
I mean, and I'm not saying all Christians fit this mold, but some of y'all have this persecution complex. And here's the thing: Deadpool's been out for decades. If you don't know what Deadpool is and you take your kid to go watch a Deadpool movie, that's on you. That is not on the movie. That is not on the kid. That is on you as a parent.
And they're rated R. They have all three been rated R. I mean, like, I let my kids watch the first one, but there's a certain scene that I had to fast forward through, when Deadpool meets his lady friend, and they have their year-long escapade, But outside of that, my kids also weren't running around trying to jump off of buildings or anything else. They know the difference, and they've seen Deadpool 2, and I sat down the other night with my son and we watched the new Deadpool.
You know what's funny is when Cocaine Bear came out, there was a scene in that movie where two kids did quote unquote Hollywood cocaine. I say it because we all know it was fake. Not a peep, fucking peep. Disney does a Deadpool movie and they joke about cocaine and people lose their ever-loving fucking minds. It's like, what? It's like, I'm bored today. What can I be mad at? Oh, comic books. Let's be mad at comic books.
let's be fucking mad at something that makes no sense to be mad at. Now, some people blow my mind, man. They get this I don't know, like God complex, this self-righteousness about them. And it's like, why did you take your children to go see a rated R movie? First and foremost, your kids sound like they're mentally retarded. So maybe they shouldn't be let out of the house without their safety helmets and box of crowns to eat. First and foremost. Second of all,
this is true, John. That's like that. That's like that one parent that took their kid to an X-rated movie and sat there. Oh wait, no, that never happened because that's not going to happen because people think.
Yeah, people use their brain.
What?
Yeah. Well, speaking of,
don't talk about my safety helmets and my crayons like that. I don't like that.
As long as you clean the window when you're done licking it, you're all right.
Yo, dude, I gotta tell you about that real quick. Now that you say that,
there was sitting there drilling on the window. And
No, there was a lady 2 weeks ago. There was a lady 2 weeks ago at my work, and she said she had a shirt and it said, "My son has autism," and it had like a little puzzle piece on it. I was like, "Oh, that's a cute shirt," and I was like, I wonder where the sun is. And as I say that in my head, I look at the window and he's licking the fucking windows on the outside. I'm like, yo.
Lady,
And
your
my
son's
son's
looking the
on
window.
My son is on the spectrum. We think he has autism, so like I'm joking on it, you know, but I'm obviously, you know, I'm kind of going through a very mild version of it, but
yeah. No,
I don't know. I thought it was
sister,
funny. Like it was just timing of it was like, what the fuck?
my oldest, well, not my oldest, but I have a nephew who severely autistic, and when he was diagnosed, me being the smartass that I am, and trying to make a little light of a serious situation, she was telling the family, and I said, "So is he the window licker or the booger eater?" And she was like, "Really, Chris?" Like, everybody else laughed. You know? She laughed too, but it was read the room, I guess. I don't know. He's a good kid though. He's a really good kid. You know.
So
You don't talk about Levi like that. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, not Levi.
I know.
Kids are gonna learn to do stupid shit. Kids are gonna learn to do.
Levi's the only nephew I know.
Trust me, there's some things that Levi does that makes me question.
Like being a Panthers fan.
Yeah, there's that. But speaking of cocaine, currently right now, the South and Northeast is dealing with Hurricane Debbie. Well, down in Florida, Hurricane Debbie brought more than a powerful winds and storm surge to Florida. A package of cocaine worth more than $1 million also made landfall. Officials said making the latest in a string of recent discoveries of drugs along Florida shores. Are we surprised that there's drugs along the Florida coast? Anybody?
No, it came from Cuba.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I love how they put this, that Debbie, which slammed into the state as a Cat 1. Let's be honest, a Category 1 is a severe thunderstorm at best. It's not that big of a deal, you know.
This time Debbie does Texas.
Debbie does Florida. Hey, look at that!
The internet's back up.
Yeah, the internet's back up. Well, the power's back up. Fucking the power went out, and it's been out for all this time, and then the power came back on.
We start talking cocaine, and Jeff's like, "Wait,
yeah, look who shows up as soon as we start talking." But I'm here. You got some in your mustache there, Jeff. Now, Hurricane Debbie blew 25 packages of cocaine, approximately 70 pounds of cocaine, onto a beach in the Florida Kings. The cocaine has a street value of over $1 million.
Wow.
There's some happy Floridians.
Why would someone be reporting that?
Well, because
that shit.
Well, some people are good people.
There's the same.
I found some cocaine over here on the beach.
Cam, you're like the guy that gets robbed by the drug dealer and calls the cops. Hey, I was trying to steal these drugs and you won't give me the drugs.
I took my son to see Deadpool. They said fuck, and now I got all this cocaine. God damn, where's the cops?
Yeah.
It's all Deadpool's fault, damn it.
Yeah, I blame
Deadpool.
The sharks are without their cocaine now, damn it.
Yeah.
This is off of Texas?
No, this is Florida. I just like the convenience.
Now it makes sense.
I just like the convenience of, whoever was in charge of transporting said cocaine into the States or wherever it was going is now going to have to go back to his boss. I don't know. They have like regular bosses like we have. I don't know how.
Well, it's kind of like look at it like you know your mafia films. It's staples. The apple, the bottle.
Hey, boss. So we lost your cocaine, but it was because of a hurricane. Is this kind of like an excuse?
That's
like
not
my,
an excuse.
Is this kind of
That's
like
how you die.
is this
Jeff
kind of
would
like
know.
how you tell your like when we were in school? Oh, my dog ate my homework. Oh, a hurricane blew all your drugs to the coast.
Yeah, that's not gonna fly.
Cartel boss. Well, I don't know what the power structure is or the.
I think it actually works similar to the military because most cartel guys are former military.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. But the cartel boss just doesn't like me.
They're gonna ship the dude's head to his parents.
Bad news, Mom and Dad. So
We're all dead.
You know how I had a new job and everything was going great. Well, I lost that job, which means we're all gonna die. Horribly,
We're all gonna die.
Horribly.
What kind of job did you have?
I guess it's okay to tell. Yeah, I guess it's okay to let you guys know now. I work for the cartel, and they're on their way.
I used to,
and I lost the drugs.
Yeah, they're on their way to chop us up and put us in barrels.
I wonder. There's got to be like a way where you're like, hey, I'm sorry, I'll get it back. I mean,
Hallmark cards for drug lords.
because it is kind of like
do they have a section? Hey, sorry, I lost all your drugs. Is that a section in Hallmark?
That's something there that you just don't go home. You just like, fuck it, I'm not going home. It's over. Move to Canada.
You run as fast.
You do what Jeff did. You move to Mexico and change your name.
Yeah, well, that unfortunately they probably came from Mexico. Let's be honest.
Going to Canada.
Those are my drugs, Cam. Those are mine. I'm gonna kill somebody.
Is that where you were at?
Everyone's like running to South America. My ass is going to Australia, man.
Nice.
Where everything wants to kill you.
Yeah, everything wants to.
Nobody's actually. But nothing's physically looking to kill me. It's just
everything.
Every animal there
wants to kill and or eat you.
Fair enough.
Well, in other cocaine news, a guitar center in Georgia has helped local police seize thousands of dollars in illegal drugs after discovering a sizable stash hidden inside an amplifier.
How big of an amp?
Whose amp was it used to? I mean, was it used? Was it like
who's Johnny Cash used to smuggle his drugs in his guitar?
I was gonna say, is this amp used on the was the amp used on the latest Rolling Stones tour?
What roadie just lost their job?
Yeah, I know shit.
I think it's a safer bet to be a roadie and lose drugs than to be
100%.
A drug smuggler. Hey,
Good
come
point.
on, dude. Do it better. Be better next time. Now go get us more drugs.
Now go get me more.
Go get more drugs. So the combo amp looks to have been gutted to house drugs and act as a cover for the shipment. Brazenly, the dealers who police are trying to track down were shipping the illegal substance through the mail.
Nice.
Only for the amp to end up at only for the amp to end up at Guitar Center instead of where it was supposed to be going. When the staff inspected it, they discovered cocaine and meth amounting to thousands of dollars stuffed inside.
I'm telling you right now, the workers that found it are millennials. If they're our generation, they're like, hey, who do we know we can sell this shit to?
Yeah, who can we sell this to, and who wants to fucking party?
Like I find that shit. The first thing I do is like, hey, Blaze, who do you know?
Exactly. Yes.
Not everybody has a Blaze in the friend group, though.
Oh, I'm sure they. Oh, you do. You do. You just don't know it. They're a little bit more sly than Blaze.
Yeah. I'm just all out front with it.
Yeah.
Drugs.
Yeah, at the end of the day, it's definitely some millennial found that. Like, hey, boss. Oh my God.
Glick, are you dipping?
Can you believe this?
No, I'm still recovering from COVID, so I still have a whole bunch of sinus slime that I'm. God no.
No, he hasn't dipped since high school.
That's not true.
No, John. No, John. Unfortunately, John, no. I'm in one of those states where there's states around me that are legal, but I'm not.
Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. All right, buddy.
But as you can tell, I don't give a fuck. I used to though. I used to live in Oregon. I'm a West Coast stoner living in the rural Midwest now. It's the weirdest thing. It does, right? Yeah. That's what I try to tell people, man.
Do you have any other cocaine news?
I do not, but in Georgia, a teen who has been in jail for the last 2 months after his own dad and sister ratted him out.
Oh,
bastards.
Disowned.
For the alleged sexual assault.
Okay, fair enough.
Of a donkey and the family's Great Dane.
So I thought this was going to be another cocaine story.
Family members. It's one thing if you're sexually assaulting a human, but just because you're getting it off with the animals.
The donkeys' lives matter too. What are you talking about?
Donkeys' lives matter. There's our new T-shirt, please.
Well, he's been detained. Apparently, I assume that it was perfectly legal to fuck animals in Georgia.
Well, I think it's more legal to fuck your sister than it is your animal.
Yeah. But he also got some more new charge. He got some new charges added onto him while he was in jail. When a fellow inmate was mocking him and making donkey noises, so he proceeded to whoop the other inmate's ass.
His new nickname is Eeyore.
You know what? The funny thing is, Blaze, you've seen Top Gear.
Yes.
Well, they did this special where they were in Colombia, and they were trying to their whole goal of being in Colombia was to find these. Apparently, Escobar had hippos, and the hippos got loose now that Escobar's gone, and they stopped at this farm to get gas, and they were talking to these guys at the farm, and they're like, "Hey, where's all the chicks?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, there's no chicks in this area." They're like, "So what do you guys do for, meeting ladies?" And they all point at a donkey. and like Jeremy Clarkson leads into the other guys, we got to get the fuck out of here. They're like, why? It's like they've, and they have the translator translating this stuff. It's so messed up. Like the one guy's like, so I don't even know how they got on the conversation, but they pretty much everybody in that little farm had lost their virginity to the local donkey. And I'm like, time to move.
Now, as much as that is fucked up, I am curious, who in their right mind, I wouldn't do it, who in their right mind would go scavenge hunt something a drug cartel boss once owned and lost?
Oh, no, it's no, the thing is like these hippos have, they were in a pen when Escobar died, the pen broke, and they are literally just wandering the, Colombian area
landscape.
The landscape, yeah, it's like this whole weird thing, and they at first they were like, wait a minute, hippos aren't native to this area. Well, apparently Escobar had this whole zoo, and then when Escobar died, all the animals just kind of got loose, and everybody was like, yeah, fuck it, I'm not getting paid to catch them.
Do you think they're still alive?
Yeah, they've actually thrived.
Oh, nice.
They've multiplied.
Good for them.
There's this whole thing about how there's like a couple of giraffes going around and all this stuff that Escobar bought. Like, because Escobar had so much money, he could just like, fuck it, I want a giraffe today.
Dude.
Where's that
Escobar's like, shit. No,
sorry, I'm about to mute.
No, go ahead. So how long is this guy extra does he get for beating up?
It doesn't say. It just says that he had additional misdemeanor assault and battery charges added to his bestiality charges as well.
What do you get for bestiality? I'm just curious.
I Yeah, it's probably. I don't think it's a felony.
Like
I
30
don't know.
days?
He's already been there.
Some jail time, maybe a
I was
disease.
gonna say he's already been in jail
Maybe
for
a
2 months.
disease.
So
I bet he gets a letter from PETA.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't study the bestiality laws.
I don't either. I'm just saying. I was just
might be
curious.
might be something that Connor's a little bit more informative of with his, with his preference.
That's funny. The funny that John said that.
Yeah, I was gonna say every state is different because, in all honesty, incest is. We joke around about it, but there are states that incest is legal.
It's legal. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can.
I think it's closer to where Blaze is than us.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
that's not a shot at you, buddy. But it's
you're not wrong. I mean, I am in Kentucky, so I mean,
West Virginia has The Whites, which is like the. You ever see that on Netflix or whatever it was? It was a documentary about the biggest incest family in America.
That family, they're cut off from society. They're
they bark and shit.
Yeah, they don't even talk. They're so inbred. They're all like they don't even have a language anymore.
I'm gonna look this shit up.
I think it's called the Incredible or Marvelous Whites or something like that. This film. It's I can't remember what it's on. Yeah. Obviously in Alabama, incest is legal. I mean, just look at the people that come
I actually found this thing on TikTok. I was going to bring it up, but there's this guy on TikTok. He's finding all these weird laws in each state. Like in Missouri, it's illegal to throw a missile at a car.
Yep.
I don't know why you would have a spare missile laying around.
I thought I did something like that on here once before.
I
know in Charleston, South Carolina, it is illegal on Sunday to walk backwards and eat a donut on the sidewalk.
Yeah,
but it's legal to beat your wife on the courthouse steps.
There's some landlocked state where it's illegal to like hunt a whale or some bullshit.
That's actually Ohio. It's illegal.
Ohio.
It's illegal in Ohio to hunt a whale on Sundays. Now, I lived in Ohio for 20 plus years. I can't think of a place where I would go hunt a whale any other day of the week, let alone Sunday.
I mean, right, John? I got a couple extra spare missiles.
Today. You can't throw it at a car in Missouri.
Shit, today when I was coming home from work, I wish I would have had an extra fucking missile to throw out the window.
Hey, Glick, you know what Gracie just asked me?
Hey, little girl.
Oh, Daddy, are you going to be on the news now? We're on the news, but not the kind of news you know about, Gracie.
I got a story for you boys.
Hold on to your bitches there.
Okay.
No. Well, I'm not done, but if you got a story, we're gonna take a real quick break and then we'll come back. I got a couple more. Perfect. But yeah, you can jump in.
I got one that's right up your alley, buddy. That if you got some money together, I think you're gonna want this place.
Oh,
breaking news: here's a donkey arrested on the street corner for accepting cocaine for blowjobs. Stay tuned.
Yeah, that's the kid's defense. The donkey was giving away blowjobs on the street corner. I paid $10. I got my blowjob. Yeah, we're gonna take a real quick break. I got a little Zay Grassley for you with Campfire Cologne. We'll be back here in just a few minutes. You guys check out Zay Grassley. He's on all the social medias and everywhere you stream music at Zay Grassley.
Want me to make it, they don't want me. Hell raised little boy, brought up Carolina making noise. Everybody stomping around. Hallelujah, jump for joy. This is just the southern way. Mason shine jars filled up with that southern grape. Oh, I've been down this road. It's that campfire cologne. I know they don't want me to make it. They don't want me. They don't want me. They don't want me to make it. They don't want me to make it. I know they don't want me to make it. They don't want me. They don't want me. They don't want me to make it. They don't want me to make it. Don't get confused, little boy. They'll use you up. This thing they callin' love, they'll misplace your trust. Long dirt roads and I can't find my way home. Cold blood lies and lonely stone the nights with your whiz in the moon. So grab your whiz and come home. It's that campfire cologne. So grab your whiz and come home. It's that campfire cologne.
Yeah, buddy, a little Zane Grassley. I love that fucking song, man.
That's a good song.
Dude's got some pipes on him. I love that's probably one of my favorite songs by him. And I haven't got a chance to play it on any of the shows yet. I didn't even get to play it on the interview show because he has so many other good songs out there. But nonetheless, y'all go check out Zane Grassley. Show him some love. He's on all social media and everywhere you stream music at Zay Grassley. Go blow up his spot. Guy's a hell of a musician and a really good dude. We had a good time hanging out and never would have thought in a million years we would have so much in common. We just kind of hung out. We didn't really do like a full on interview. It was just kind of a hangout session. But welcome back to What the Fuck News. I'm Glick. We got Blazing in the building. We got Cam in the building. Jeff finally played his electric bill, so he's back in the building.
Yeah, the whole fucking area, it was like 6 kilometers was out.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Your standard measurement.
Not 6 kilometers, bro. 6 whole kilometers were out.
It's almost 4.5 miles.
That's a lot of people. I don't know I don't know the density of your area.
Well, the whole
That's about
all of
5.7
Cancun
million people.
No, Cancun is 1.8 million people.
Okay.
Cancun's only 10 kilometers across, too.
Oh shit, that's a huge chunk of power. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, but it's fixed now.
Yeah. Anywho, welcome back to What the Fuck News. It is a nonsensical network show, production, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and check us out on all the social medias. Check out all the shows. Mondays, Men Caring for Men, Men's Mental Health Podcast. Tuesdays is Glick's House of Music. I'm hanging out with musicians. We're talking. We're getting to know them. We're playing some of their music. Wednesday nights is this show right here, What the Fuck News. Thursday nights is the newest show, Blaze, with Whose Argument Is It Anyways. Friday nights is just kind of up in the air right now. It might be a flashback Friday. It might be a random, hey, I ain't got shit to do on a Friday night. Let's go live for a little bit. You know? Maybe if the kids aren't here and Nikki's at work or something, I'll go on Twitch and game.
Me and you can go live when I'm there.
There you go. Saturday nights is Nonsensical Nonsense. It is the foundation show. It is the show that created all this. It's unhinged, unapologetic. We call it the Open Door Challenge because we drop the link in the chatters box and we dare you guys to take the challenge and come on the show with us live while we ask you to turn your camera on and put your penis away. Nobody wants to see it. Well, maybe Jeff. But
You are
outside
just
that,
a
nobody-
full jungle gym, aren't you, Cam?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sundays is Jeff and Benji with Jeff's Garage. If it's got a motor and it fits in the garage, they're gonna talk about it. Last week you guys talked about the new Corvette, didn't you?
Yeah, the ZR1.
Nice.
It's 1,065 horsepower from the factory, boy. That's a big bad boy.
It's unnecessary.
150 grand.
I believe it.
That's cheap.
I'll
Very
go spend my 180 grand on my pickup truck that I want and be happy.
And you'll see nothing but tail. Like, oh, I agree. Don't get me wrong.
Hey, you know what? That's fine because eventually you're going to stop at a stoplight and I'm just going to run you over.
The really cool thing about the new Corvette is they brought back the split window from 63.
Mm,
No shit.
yeah.
Oh, man. Look it up, Blaze. That thing is gorgeous.
The split window.
Yeah,
the
split.
63 Corvette. Oh man, I'll tell you that
Right?
split window
You don't even know what you're fucking talking
was the
about. You're
bee's
fucking
knees,
asshole.
man. Nothing better than a split window.
You know why they won't let you do the split window back after 63?
I don't even know what the fuck a split window is. Do you think I'm going to know why they weren't allowed to do it?
Look into it. It's called a split window. What do you think it means?
Okay, just tell me what it is so I don't have to Google it.
Instead of
like,
one window, it has a beam down the middle of the window.
like the side windows.
No, yeah, like the side windows, but the back glass, instead of one piece, it's two.
Oh,
So
the
it's
back
got a-
windshield.
It's got a pillar going. Yeah, it's got a pillar
Oh.
going down the middle of
So
it.
it's like a sliding window on a pickup truck.
No, they don't slide it.
I
It's
sent a
literally-
picture on
it's all-
Snapchat.
Yeah, there you go. Look at it.
Fuck.
So it's technically the reason why they outlawed it is it's a
Oh,
blind
I see
spot.
what you mean. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I know what you're
blind
talking
spot.
about.
So they brought it back in the new one, but the new one is the back hatch. The reason why they can get away with it is the back hatch isn't really a window; it's an engine cover. So
Yeah, nice. Anyways, you can follow. You can get information like that if you follow the network at the Nonsensical Network on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, and you can listen on all the major podcasting platforms at the Nonsensical Network, or you can simply go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. Let's get back in the news, boys. Jeffrey,
What's Leggy?
what do you have for us? What's going on, Leggy? It's good to see you getting all your.
We all love
Oh, you're-
split window.
yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Well, I have a question for you. You and I talked about this a long time ago about buying a bunch of land, middle of nowhere, away from everybody, right?
Yeah.
Well, I found
And
the
starting a
perfect one
cult.
for- Well, I found the perfect
I
one.
drink the Kool-Aid.
I found the perfect one for you.
Drink
It
Clicks
is-
juice.
All right, David Rex.
Well,
And on that
I
note,
found
we've
it.
been canceled. Sorry, guys.
Instead of Waco, it's Nerd.
It's nerd.
Everybody gets a little bit of Glick juice.
Well, here it is, Click. There is what you should buy. It is called Drake Island. It is just off the coast of
What coast?
the UK.
Ugh.
There it is. There's okay.
Oh, it's closer to Leggy.
Yeah. However, this is why you should buy it. And let me show you.
Is it haunted?
It's set up. It's
comes-
Sasquatch friendly.
It comes
Sasquatch.
with hold on. It comes with World War II cannons, the whole 9 yards,
Nice.
and 15 ghosts.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm back in.
How much? How much? How much?
25 million pounds.
What's that in American dollars? Come on, people. Where's my
Just call
smart
it
people
30 million. Call it about 30 million
at?
ballpark.
Oh.
But yeah, Drake Island, it's for sale. It's got the house, the whole 9 yards. It's basically an old fort, but it is for sale with 15 ghosts, dude. I'm not mad at it.
I'm back in.
It's about 600
I'm back
yards from Plymouth, which is in the UK. It's an 18th century. It has 18th century cannons still in position, all included in the sale.
Do the
There's your
cannons still work? Could I shoot cannons at Plymouth?
I don't. I'm sure you could replicate them.
I'm sure.
Can I
you
fire-
can.
If you
Can I
got an extra
fire a
30 million.
Can I fire cannons at Plymouth? Is my question.
So you can get to the main shore in 10 minutes by boat.
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
mad.
like I'm taking over the world.
It's 600 yards from Plymouth.
Yeah, so if I'm gonna go over here, that's the island.
I'm in.
And then
I want to
there's
do it
Plymouth.
just for the ghost.
Right? I say we turn it into an Airbnb.
No, if I buy a fucking island, do you think I want people coming to it?
No, you don't go. You don't live there. You turn it into an Airbnb.
Calm
So
down,
you get people
Epstein.
ghost hunting there.
Calm down.
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yeah.
No.
All right, I'll put my AirPods in because a lot of the stuff y'all been saying, my kids are like, "What? What does that mean?"
Oh yeah,
Cameron's
It has
going
over
to create.
2,000 years of history on this island.
Daddy,
gonna create
what's
a
a
reel.
spagging mead?
I let my kids watch What the Fuck News, and now they're a bunch of deranged idiots. We should ban them.
As soon as they were running in here, y'all were like, "What about bestiality?" And I'm just like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna have to explain that."
You want me to
I have
Listen,
another
listen,
story.
tell
for
tell your
Frank.
kids about your butt stuff stories that you were sharing
Yeah,
with
no
us
kidding.
at the beginning of the show?
The other story,
Yeah.
Blick, you're real into the supernatural and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Have you ever
paranormal.
wanted to dine with a skeleton?
Yeah,
I would.
sure. Why not?
Well, you
Is the
can.
skeleton going to eat?
At McDonald's, no less. This is the world's creepiest McDonald's. It has a crypt underneath. So when you're like, you can see underneath her feet.
Sweet, that's cool.
This is in Italy.
I was gonna say,
Why is all the cool
is
shit
that the
not in
catacombs?
America?
No, that's in France. Isn't it?
No, that's in France. This is in Italy. So it is I can't pronounce the name. Ferriccio, Italy, has a burial site underneath the fast food chain.
Where's the Girovici at to explain to us how to pronounce
know.
it?
But customers can look through the transparent glass and see skeletons underneath.
That's
trust me, Leggy. I am well aware of your guys' hauntedness. Trust me. That's the only reason I want to come to like Europe is as a history. I want to see the buildings, and I want to see all the ghosties.
I want to go to the catacombs. I think that'd be amazing because it's literally just wall to wall skeleton.
One could only hope you got lost in the catacombs forever.
I know, right?
What happened to
Yeah,
Jeff? I don't know.
there's a full guided tour at this McDonald's.
That's
I say
super cool.
I say we get the jet and we head out.
Well, unfortunately, Bob's in the infirmary for making fun of the kid in Georgia and doing donkey sounds at him. So
I was about to say, is Bob still alive?
Yeah, he's just locked
we keep
up.
him on retainer.
He's doing his jail time, and he just got beat up by a kid in Georgia for making donkey noises. So.
He's definitely part of us. I have another one. Oh shoot. The other story I have is the Olympics are happening. So I have a new sport that needs to go into the Olympics. It's currently not in the Olympics.
I'm gonna go toss my ghoulies.
This is
really
like you said,
ghoulies is slang for testicles. I did not know that. That is so funny.
So
I'm gonna go toss my ghoulies.
There's a new sport I think that we could win gold in. And when I say we, I mean any one of us. It is called car jitsu. It is jiu-jitsu in the car. No, it's car jitsu. Basically, you jiu-jitsu in a car.
So you basically there was a certain movie that just came out.
Fight in a car.
Yeah, there's a certain movie that just came out recently, and it had two guys that did like an epic fight inside of a Honda Odyssey.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, exactly.
Come on, man, there was car fighting in the first Deadpool movie.
This is car jitsu.
Yeah, there
on
was.
Your screen now. You're in a vehicle, and you literally have to start with your seatbelt on, and you got 3 minutes to take out your other guy.
Where's this at?
This is obviously somewhere in Europe.
I'm grabbing his ghoulies.
Yeah, that dude looks like he's about to grab his ghoulies.
Looks like he's getting the homeboy. Looks like he's about to get a mouthful of ghoulies. I'm getting my $20 worth. God damn it!
His trick is the hawk tua. That's his special move. And then I got one more.
A little homoerotic. A little homoerotic.
And I have another question for you, Glick. Cam, you can answer this question. And I can't really ask Blaze because he's single at the moment. Do your ladies have one of those little round mirrors on their dresser where they like do their makeup and shit?
It's called a vanity mirror.
Yeah, well, yeah, but the little vanity mirrors.
Sam just uses the bathroom mirror, but
yeah,
she's got one in her makeup thing that flips up.
That's a compact.
Yeah, that's a compact. These vanity mirrors are literally they're literally a mirror that sits on a little stand and it flips side to side. Well, one side of it is concave, and there is a new warning that you have to be careful with those because they're causing house fires. This woman, and I'll show you this. This woman had hers sitting on her dresser right here. This is the culprit, and it reflected and caught her house on fire.
Like it reflected the sun.
It reflected the sun. So, my wife and I had one of these.
But I was an idiot when I asked the question about those giant mirrors that somebody planted on a mountain. I said, "Wouldn't that catch something on fire?" And you guys were like, "No, science."
Here's the thing: you're correct and not about those mirrors. So those mirrors you were talking about are just flat, boring mirrors. These concave mirrors they enhance the size of your face. They make your face look bigger, so they're concave. So when the sun hits them, all the sun goes to the middle and shoots out a beam. Funnily enough, my wife and I used to have one of these, and we were outside goofing off, and I was looking in the mirror, like we were moving into the house, and I had the mirror sitting on the truck, and I looked at the mirror for a second, and my beard caught fire.
A freaking laser beam.
It was a freaking laser beam, and it literally, because look what happened to this lady's house.
Damn.
It caught. Like you can see how it creates a perfectly little circle.
How long were you standing there looking at the reflection of this?
In all seriousness, no. Here's the crazy thing: when I did it,
just out there like
it was like seconds, dude. Because I was like, I set it up there and I was playing with it. I was like, look, one side makes my face bigger. Oh my gosh! Like it was instantaneous. Your wife didn't
just set you on fire?
No, that would have been you. She would definitely set you on fire. But yeah, so there's a warning in the UK about those vanity mirrors. There's a warning about homoerotic. There's a warning in the UK right now about those mirrors that you should make sure they're not in the sunlight because they almost burnt this lady's house down.
That motherfucker burned. The roof is on fire.
Laser. Inverted commas. The laser beam. I call it the Alan Parsons Project. But those are the stories I found today. Oddly enough, my internet went out today and then my power went out. So as I'm searching stuff, I was able to find 4 stories, and those are the 4 stories I found. Then the internet went out for like 3 hours. And then the power went out for 2 hours. So I'm like, waiting on what's next.
You should just pay your bills. I don't know.
My bill's not due till the 14th.
I'm expecting some crazy Cancun story.
No. It's special UK sun. Is that it? Wait, the UK gets sun? It rains.
It'll set a house on fire, but it sure as hell won't tan anybody over there in the UK. You're right. It is a special sun.
It's special, all right. As in short bus.
Oh, man.
That sun shows up with a helmet, boy. Let me tell you. But yeah, those are the stories I found. I think that McDonald's would be cool to go to.
Fuck yeah, it would.
Right?
How come America doesn't have cool shit like that? We're all fucking prudes.
Because we're less than 200 years old.
We're less than it's true.
Well, we're just over 200 years old, something like that.
We could at least build a McDonald's over an Indian burial ground. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
we
that,
do that all the time.
the only people that would eat there would be.
Yeah, we already
Click.
do that. Yeah, you're right.
We all seen The Exorcist, so we know what happens when you build something on Indian burial ground.
That's why they don't do it.
That's poltergeist. It's poltergeist.
Oh yeah, Poltergeist. My bad.
You guys know better than me.
Poltergeist. Yeah, not The Exorcist. That was the Catholics. It's a normal day in Catholicism. You got a bad kid. You got a bad kid. They must be possessed. We had to perform an exorcism.
Yeah, let's be
That
honest.
reminds
That
me-
wasn't
that
an
reminds-
exorcist. That's just a poorly parented child.
What do you call a reverse exorcism? This is a joke I heard the other day. It's
I
where
know
the
this.
demon. It's where the demon beats the priest off
Yeah.
the child.
I heard that. I heard that the other day, and I couldn't remember it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Anytime. I've been trying to pop in all week, at least for a few minutes, and say hi and everything. No, it sounds like everything's gotten better. Everything's going better for you. Technically speaking, that was the pea soup. Yeah.
Yeah.
Music
Maybe
nerds.
not feed your kids pea soup. Maybe they won't go fucking nuts. I'm just saying.
I never. Don't get me
I
started.
don't feed
on
myself pea soup. Yeah.
That's
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh, let me see. What time is it? We got 15 minutes here. Let's see.
I had.
No, let me hit this. Actually,
Go ahead. I gotta pull up this other one.
let me
You have one other
let me hit this one real quick because I've been holding on to this one, and then we'll get into
Go
our
ahead, 'cause
mandatory
I got
penis
one that's-
stories.
I got one that. Oh, I got one.
Well, go ahead real quick.
So we've heard of Hasbro toys.
Yeah,
What toys? Hasbro?
Hasbro.
Yeah.
Well, Hasbro Toys had a new game coming out. It's a card game. It's called Wizards of Coast, and every year they come out with a new one. Well, somebody in the factory was packaging up and filling orders, and a YouTuber received an early edition of this new version of this game. Do you know what Hasbro did? They sent Pinkerton detectives, mercenaries, fully loaded weapons, the whole 9 yards, to dude's house, saying, if you don't get it back, you're going to be charged with theft, and we're going to make sure you're in jail if we don't kill you. Hasbro don't fuck around.
So-
I tell you.
Wait,
But
the Pinkertons are
It
still.
wasn't
a
his
thing?
fault. It wasn't like he went and stole it. They sent it to him.
Well, exactly. And but the thing is like, and yes, the Pinkertons are a real thing. The reason why the Pinkertons, you don't hear about them very often, is they are no longer, since like 1890, they're no longer allowed to do government work because they're too drastic. So people like Hasbro hire them. It's a weird fucking true. It's a true story. I'm actually, Blaze, I'm going to send you this video. Where I heard the story of it on I heard about it on TikTok, and I was like, no way, this is real. So I looked it up. If you put in Hasbro sent Pinkerton detectives.
Right here, yes. Pinkerton's detective agency is still in business today as Pinkerton Consulting and Investigations Incorporated.
Yeah.
Operating as Pinkerton Corporate Risk Management, a division of the Swedish security company Securitas AB. Interesting.
Yeah, they don't fuck
Wow.
around. But yeah, that's what happened. The other story I have is, and I have a video for it, but my phone has to restart. Blaze, you go walking in the woods occasionally.
I do.
You ever see a bear?
No, I have not seen a bear. Not even a cub bear dropped off in Central Park in 2014 that RFK copped to recently.
No, actually, this one is an interesting story. So this guy is walking through the woods, and he sees a bear, and he follows said bear, and the bear doesn't realize he's there. So to get the bear's attention, he gives a little kick, and then gets pissed off because the bear attacks him. And
Kick
I
the
have a
behind,
video.
you get mad when you get stung.
I have a video as soon as I can get it to send to my computer. I'll show you the video. But this, like, it's just a clip of this guy following this fucking bear. And that, God damn it, what the hell is wrong with my phone? This guy is, what the heck? My phone is
some Cypress Hill going on.
Yeah, well, it's showed up on my TikTok. I have it on my TikTok profile, but it won't let me click. There it goes. It's like my phone just started, so it's taking a second. And I have to download.
I didn't know. Did Glick bounce?
I think his internet dropped. It says TikTok is not responding. But I sent you that video on TikTok just now about the Pinkerton detectives where I heard this story, and I was like, "There's no way now it's true." I just sent it to you. Let me get this one with the bear because it like this bear video is like, wow, you are an idiot. I think it's this guy I follow. He does the shit's getting weird videos. Yeah, here it is. Well, it's downloading.
Yeah.
There it goes. Okay, let me send it to my phone. Unfortunately, I would have had this ready, but my internet was out because my phone was off. Well, because the power.
Yeah, play that video on here. I want to watch it, and I want to. Because I don't have this. I don't have the sound on my phone because I got my headphones.
Oh no, this is about the bear.
Oh, okay.
I follow this guy on Tiki Tacky, and he does this thing. It's shit's getting weird, and he showed the video. Oh, you just dropped yourself. He showed the video of this guy walking through the woods. That was my fault that time.
That was totally my fault that time. Sorry.
This guy is walking through the woods, and he decides to kick a bear, and it's loading. He decides to kick this bear, and then he's shocked that the bear attacks him.
Button mashers. We're all three. We're all three over here mashing button.
Hands off the keyboard. Hands off the keyboard, please.
Take your hand off your keyboard.
Okay, check this out.
Hand check.
This is the guy that decides to kick a bear.
Shit's getting weird. Part infinity.
That's when you know at that moment he knew he fucked up.
Yogi, wait up, Yogi.
I mean, I've heard of fucking with Yogi's picnic basket. Damn.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with Yogi.
Thing. Why would you go up if you're going to kick a bear? And I'm not suggesting anybody kicks a bear. Says the guy who swears he's going to fight a bear.
Right.
But if I'm going to kick a bear, I'm not going to sneak up behind it and gently.
Yeah, that's like
I'm gonna
trying
run up
to
and I'm gonna
sneak a bone away from a pit bull. It's a bad
idea. I'm gonna get a dead sprint and I'm gonna drop kick the fuck out of that bear.
Well, that's what
I mean, when I get mauled by a bear, I want to at least make it worth it and go, yeah, but did you see the video of what I did? I fucking sent that son of a bitch 10 feet down a hill. Like that commercial, you see that commercial where they like the bear and that guy they're fighting and they're like he kicks the bear in the jaw.
Oh yeah, that's like the salmon commercial or some shit.
Yeah.
I see that. It's like I see that.
Like a bear pulls out karate moves.
So I have the Pinkerton detective one too. This is the.
It sounded like you got a lot of crowd interaction tonight. That was really cool.
That's good.
During the show.
I'm telling you, by the 15th, you'll be solid.
No, it's getting better. I try to tune in every day because she goes live, and I'll try to tune in for a few minutes. It's usually right around the time I'm on my way home, so I'll try to tune in and pop in and say hi for a few minutes.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, when you see the time difference is what kills me. So, like, I can never catch it. So I have to actually pay attention to the time.
Just do the math. Turn on your fucking notifications.
Math is not a friend of mine.
Follow Leggy and turn on your notifications.
I do follow her. So here's the Pinkerton detective story. Check this out.
The largest toy company in the world just sent armed mercenaries to raid a YouTuber's home. That's a real headline. Like, that's a real headline. Hasbro, the company that owns My Little Pony, Transformers, G.I. Joe, Nerf, the board game Monopoly, actually most board games in the world, the company that owns Wizards of the Coast, that makes Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering, yeah, they hired the Pinkertons to raid a YouTuber's home because the YouTuber was accidentally sent an early release copy of new Magic the Gathering cards that aren't going to come out in 2 weeks. So you heard that, right? They hired the Pinkerton, a toy company, hired the bad guys from Red Dead Redemption 2 to show up to a YouTuber's house with guns, threatening to have him arrested for theft, scaring his wife and dogs, all because the same toy company accidentally sent him the cards in question. That's
it goes on for another like 2 minutes.
So one, I don't know about listening to some dude wearing an X-Man shirt on TikTok, and two, I'm sitting there trying to figure out what the fuck was going on next to him with the gold crafting and the pottery and the...
Oh no, but that's the weird thing. That's
I was more interested in what was going on beside it than his actual bullshit.
The thing is, like,
because let me listen. Because like Blaze said, let me listen to weird conspiracy guy that sits in his mom's basement and yells at his fucking.
Which is why I had to look it up. As soon
Yeah.
as I saw, like, I watched the video and I was like, "There's no way in fuck this is real."
Well, I mean, I can. I mean, my brief look up with the Pinkertons that are currently exist. I mean, is it possible that Hasbro sent them to tell this motherfucker, like, look, cease or desist letter from a lawyer?
It could have been super simple. They could have knocked on his door and be like, "Hey,
yeah." But I mean, and then this guy is jumping from the headline to they raided some YouTuber and Hasbro is, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know how well that. Well, and I think he blew it a little bit out of proportion, but it is one of those things. Like, the Pinkertons are not allowed to work for any government agency.
Yeah,
and he goes on to explain that. And like I said, I sent the video, Blaze, if you want to watch the whole thing. But like I said, they could have just made a phone call, and I'm sure they did. He just didn't answer because he was like, "I don't know that number. I'm not answering," kind of thing. Because that's what I do. Like, if I don't know a number, I'm like, I don't know this fucking guy. I'm not.
So why is Hasbro calling me?
From the New York Post, it does say that a YouTuber's house was allegedly raided by private detectives hired by the makers of Magic the Gathering after he streamed. So he streamed the unreleased. Okay, first and foremost, you got it. Yeah, you got it by accident, but better than to fucking stream it. Yeah. He streamed an unreleased version of the famously geeky card game, he said.
So they swatted him during?
Said he was shooting videos on Saturday when agents from Pinkerton National Detective Agency arrived at his home, demanding that he hand over the game, and caused his wife to burst into tears. You guys sound like fucking absolute losers.
Yeah.
The private agents allegedly threatened to report Cannon to the county sheriff.
Are they in Minnesota?
Over the cards. It doesn't say where he's at.
Yeah. Where's that? Where did that actually take place? Because the Pinkertons work for a Swedish conglomerate. I'm not saying they don't have offices in other places in the world or whatnot. But.
The private agents allegedly threatened to report Cannon to the county sheriff if he didn't fork over the cards, citing possible jail time and a $200,000 fine. Cannon told the outlet. Cannon said he accidentally purchased a yet-to-be-released version of the game. March of the Machine the Aftermath instead won the title March of the Machines, which was released last Friday. What I believe happened is that the names are too similar and somebody screwed up and sent the wrong case. He added that his trading card dealer probably mixed up the titles because he blamed his trading card dealer and said he mixed up the titles because he's more of a Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh guy instead of a Magic. You're a trading card dealer.
That motherfucker is digging his own grave right there.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I'm a drug dealer, and Blaze comes up and he's like, "Hey man, let me get a $20 bag of weed." And I'm not a weed guy; I'm more of a meth guy. And I'm like, "Nah, I think you're gonna like this weed better or this meth better, Blaze." And then Blaze goes home and smokes a bag of meth, or I don't know how meth comes, a bottle of meth or whatever. And then he calls me and he's like, "Hey man, I know you're more of a meth guy, but I just got arrested and I'm putting the heat on you." Like,
right? I get pulled over by the cops because I'm drunk and I'm like, but it was the bartender's fault.
They didn't cut me off. Yeah.
So Canon ultimately agreed to take down the footage of the unreleased game and the card company. And the card company apologized for going through drastic means of sending the Pinkertons to my front door.
That is, even if it is a knock with that threat and shit, dude, that's effed up, man. That's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, they could have.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like.
Hey, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it was a straight up fucking would kick the door in. We've got assault rifles and machine guns,
exactly.
And they brought in a tank, and they kicked the dog and aced his wife. And then tied him to a chair and proceeded to use old school torture tactics. Then started pulling his fingernails out with a pair of pliers. Like, you get us to back or else.
Well, I mean, that guy makes it sound that way. That freaking the evil Pinkertons from the Red
Dead
whatever.
Redemption 2.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, that game is awesome.
I'm sure it is, and I've heard great reviews. But
it's amazing
to use that as some sort of
Well, the thing is, Red Dead Redemption 2. Anybody that's played it, you know the whole thing. You're hiding from Pinkerton detectives because they were, railroad people.
Yeah, I don't know.
2024 and the Pinkertons are still a bunch of fucking assholes.
A bunch of fucking fucktards. Well. We're getting close to about that time. Let's start wrapping things up. We can all
penis story.
Well, I told you guys I had this 17 penis horror stories guaranteed to make you laugh from BuzzFeed. Now, yes. I want to do this. I have two of these BuzzFeeds countdowns, so to say. And the reason I'm doing, God forbid I die anytime soon and somebody goes through my internet browser on my cell phone, because I'm collecting penis stories so that I have enough to so they'd be like, what the hell is this guy?
Sure you are, buddy.
What is this weird guy into? Broken penises, UBS cords in penises in holes where they don't belong, Jeff.
We've all been there, buddy. It's okay.
However, I got it. These are short, quick, and fast, so we can hit them and knock them out. We're at number 3 here on the list. The Curry Dick. This is an interesting story.
That already sounds horrible.
This is interesting.
Has anybody ever eaten curry?
Quote, yeah. This is a quote from the Redditor. This is not my words. I was giving 2 guys blowjobs in the back of a gay bar in London when a third guy came up and presented his dick to me. Being the nice guy that I am, I started to suck it when I was hit with the overwhelming taste of curry. I really didn't like curry. I did everything to keep from puking before I got up and excused myself. It really sucked, pardon the pun, because all 3 of these guys were hot as hell. It's just hanging out outside of a gay club, just on your knees, waiting for dicks to walk up and
I was going to say.
But why does dick taste like curry?
I would assume he was
wash his dick.
Indian descent.
Well, that's I was going to say, because you remember there's an old story.
That doesn't mean that my fucking dick tastes like saltines, though.
Why do you eat a lot of? No,
you eat a lot of sausage.
There's a
but
theory
like
that
certain,
if you eat a lot
certain
of pineapple.
No. Certain foods and stuff like that will the flavor and the scent will seep out of your skin, your pores, and
so
stuff.
the dude bust that fucking soon. Then I mean,
I don't know. I don't think it was. It was just. It's like you know how they say like sometimes like the night after fucking getting hammered, like a night of just drinking your ass off,
I get
and you
that.
sweat out the alcohol. It could be the same thing. I don't know. I don't know. Again, we can ask Connor this question because I haven't sucked a lot of dicks in my life. I haven't sucked any dick in my life, so I don't know if dicks taste differently.
I heard
I'm
that.
just trying to get that.
Yeah, you can't go back on that, man.
Yeah, you can't unring that bell, buddy.
Well, not a lot. Well, okay, none. I meant
What's
none.
a lot?
As I said, I have not sucked any dick. Connor might be a little bit more on that. You know, Connor might be a little bit more. I mean, if Jarvis was around, we could ask Jarvis, but
Yeah, he's the one sucking all the dick.
But I don't know, man. I'm just assuming maybe it's like I don't know.
I was gonna say maybe it's because he eats a lot of curry. I get that, but how much curry do you have to eat?
I'm looking at it from like.
Well, like if you eat a lot of like
timeline.
I'm just trying to think of something equivalent because I know if you eat a lot of pineapple,
I get that
will taste
part.
like pineapple.
I get that part. I guess I misread the story.
Yeah.
I misheard it.
All I heard was dude was sucking 3 dicks.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe
makes
at
me
some
want to stay
point
the fuck out of London.
Behind a gay bar in London. So like this was out in the public. You just got 3 dudes standing there with their willies out.
No, the 2 dudes. No, if I heard the story correctly, he's just going to town on 2 dudes. Another dude's like, "Hey, I want some." And he's
yeah,
like,
that's basically what happened. And I agree. Wash your shit. Wash your shit. Take care of yourself. Self-care. Wash your junk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Don't have it taste like curry.
You got another
Please
story
take
here.
a horse bath. Jesus.
If your dick tastes like a food truck, it's wrong. Sounds way wrong.
Got another one here. The Wreck-It and Ralph. Girl says gave a blowjob before he gave me a ride back home. Gas, grass, or ass. No one rides for free. In those days,
not going to suck itself.
She says in those days I was a swallower, but I think that was the last time ever because I had to make him pull over so I could vomit on the side of the road. Ever throw up semen? Traumatizing.
I'll take your word for it, buddy.
I mean, again, that might be that's
the way you asked that just like sounded firsthand for you.
Yeah, you have to remember to say quote.
Oh my God, you're gonna have to go edit that part.
I said,
"Hey guys, y'all ever tasted semen? Not good."
And
did
I
his
said,
semen taste like curry too? Is that why she had to throw it up?
Yeah, and I said, she said, again.
No, me and Jeff didn't hear that part.
I didn't hear she. I heard Jeff throw up steaming.
That's because all you guys heard was blowjob, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll suck some guy's dick for a ride home." Yeah.
Does it involve curry? Leggy, does it involve
curry? You're a female. How bad could it be that you have to throw up?
Well, it might not have been that. Maybe it was something else she ate.
Chunky.
Chunky,
that shit's expired, man. You need to that must have been December after No Nut November.
Damn, that's a fat load.
That is that is some cottage
what kind of caption are you going to have for this episode on Spotify?
Woman. That would be
semen,
curry,
how bad did that guy
eating.
Yeah.
Like how bad did that guy feel? She's like, you got to pull over. I'm going to throw up your cum. Wait, what?
What?
Not in the car.
It's just an empty Gatorade bottle.
Yeah. Got one more here real quick. The
no, we can't, Leggy. No, we can't.
The scratched penis.
Ooh.
My dick.
Give it time to heal.
Yeah. The
Cam's like,
girl,
this shit's come off the rails. I'm out.
Yeah. The girl writes in and says, I had just gotten my first set of acrylic nails put on. I ended up giving my friend a hand job, and apparently I completely tiger striped his penis with scratches. She continues, I didn't find out from the guy, though. I found out from his guy friend who received a text from my hookup with a picture of his torn up penis.
That's
a pretty good broship right there.
I was going to say,
because I've been in some hairy situations. I'd never send you guys a picture of my dick. Like,
I was going to say,
it's my dick.
Jeff and I've got a good 20 plus years friendship, and never once has the thought ever crossed my mind. Hey, you know what?
I got this boil on my dick. Can you take a look at it?
Cool. Click. See?
Yeah. I think
she must.
I think
he
I
was nice enough and never
what
said anything to
nail
her.
salon
Though.
did she go to? Because my wife has acrylic nails, but they're not sharp.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the style that she got, and B, where the hell did you learn to give a hand job at? Fucking grizzly bear,
boys, nail thin.
Yeah, did you learn from a grizzly? This is why, ladies, you don't choose the bear. You always choose the bear.
Edward
Oh, hey. God, don't.
We don't want your bear paw on our fucking junk.
Oh, can you imagine? I bet you he was, being that he didn't say anything, that is one cool dude, because he was just like, yes, it's amazing. Oh my God.
But also,
he's just glad he finally got some action.
Maybe at the time he didn't realize. I'm sure she wasn't like, I hope she wasn't sinking her nails in and he was just gritting and bearing it. Hopefully it was like, because like I said, if she got some of the pointy tip ones, I mean, yeah, you could see. I mean, hell, I've clipped myself shaving before and not realized it until like an hour or two later. Go, wow, goddamn, fucking junk burning. And then I go and I'm like, fuck, I clipped myself.
You're bleeding all down your leg. You're like, Jesus.
Don't clip a major artery.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. Ooh.
But with that being said, let's drop one more song for the night. What do I got in here? Let's do a little Derek Wayne Douglas with Chevy Silverado, and we'll come back and get the hell out of here. Get the flock out of here.
Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy. Run fine, but it still ain't driving. Sometimes I enjoy my silence. Cold beer with the moonlight shining. Right here, that's where you'll find it. That's perfect timing. You ain't heard I'm vibing. That's the words I'm trying to use to prove I ain't lying. Just chilling with the window down. You can hear that sound. Crickets in the background. You can feel that now. Just chilling with the window down. You can hear that sound. Crickets in the background. You can feel that now. I'm in my Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy. Just recline, unwind in the moonlight or the sunshine. It's your life and I got mine. Cause sometimes all we got's time. Creekside in the tall pines, maybe beachside with the palm skies. Or mountain weather living too cool. On plus level feeling too smooth. I'm in my Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy. I'm in my Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy, just chilling with the window down. You can hear that sound, crickets in the background. You can feel that now.
Yeah, little Derek Wayne Douglas. Check him out on all social media and everywhere you stream music at Derek Wayne Douglas. Go show him some love. Let him know we sent you. He's got all kinds of new shit coming out. Hurry up and drop the videos, Derek, because I want to hear the full songs. You got some killer new songs that are coming out, and I'm looking forward to playing them here on the network. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for hanging out. That is the news that makes you say, "What the fuck?" the way we see it. Blaze, you got anything you want to leave the people with before we take off?
Sure, cocaine, curry, and dick sucking sounds like a fun party to me.
Yeah. Don't forget to invite Blaze. Jeffrey, you got anything you want to say?
No, nothing really. Hopefully my power stays on. May your children be blessed with rich parents.
Pay your fucking bills, jackass. Yeah. Cameron, hey Cloverfield, you got anything to say before we leave?
I appreciate y'all having me, and I'm sorry about all the confusion. It's nonstop over here, bro.
Chloroform.
You know, they say silence is golden, duct tape is silver.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm gonna start dropping in on Wednesdays if y'all don't mind. This is kind of like my free night. They usually don't get home until 8 o'clock. So
yeah, come on up, man. You'll be more than welcome. We do appreciate y'all listening. Thank you to the replay viewers as well. Make sure you guys check out the Nonsensical Network on all the social medias. If you can't find them, go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. Give us a follow, give us a like, and give us a little share Rooski. We'll see y'all next Wednesday with a brand new episode of What the Fuck News. Tune in tomorrow night for Whose Argument Is It Anyways, hosted by that man down there in the corner, the one and only Blaze.